with some more of my favorite fun details you guys noticed while we watching episode 5 of The Amazing Digital Circus. First, the censorship sound actually changes depending on who's being censored. The evil version of the cast get regular beep sounds, and the normal cast gets cartoonish bleep sounds.
You just everything up for.
And fun fact, we never actually see Jax curse in the series, which, I don't know, is really interesting, because he seems like the type of character who would, but he just doesn't. In my last video, I pointed out that there's a few references to Glitch's other series, The Gaslight District, during the anime adventure, and a few of you guys actually told me that the code on this sign directly translates to Gaslight District reference, which is iconic. And besides all these drawings of Mel behind Jax, we can actually see another drawing referencing the Gaslight District behind Gangle here. And I personally noticed a few other fun details behind Gangle. There's a blue teapot on top of this shelf, which to me feels like a reference to episode 2, where we see a bunch of blue fucking teapots. And just below that, there's a mini version of Zubal's box of parts. And speaking of Zubal's parts, in the beginning of the episode, Zubal's reading a magazine titled "What Do Your Parts Say About You?" So it sadly seems like she's still struggling to find the right parts for her. And lastly, at the very bottom part of this shelf, there's a miniature version of an abstraction. These always kind of look like really futuristic dogs to me. I don't know why. Next, we can actually see the Big Top softball team logo before we even get to that adventure. And right below that, there's a really tiny CNA sign. And there are a ton of CNA signs in this episode. And if I miss any, let me know. But we got this one. In this shot, we have two, one on this camera and one on these headphones. There's one close to the baseball field, and another one all the way up here. I'm sure there's definitely more, but that's all I could personally find. And I think that's a Spudsies ad. Two of my favorite jokes in this episode a lot of people missed, so I'm gonna point them out. When Jax was talking to Ragatha about her being mean to Gangle during the Spudsies adventure, Kinger fucking nods in the background even though he was not there. Like, remember, he was canonically bull riding in that episode, so him nodding just takes me out.
Remember when you got high at McDonald's and told Gangle to kill herself?
Next, I love in the scene when Kinger gives Jax the bat, his hand stays on the bat. I'll play it in slow motion, but just look at Kinger's hand, it's on the bat. Jax goes to take it, and it's still on the bat. Next, one of you guys pointed this out, but the stargazing adventure actually might be a callback to this artwork we see during the ending credits of the pilot. And obviously, last but not least, during Kane's intermission, we see Jax staring at a picture of who I assume is his old friend. But Gooseworks on Twitter confirmed that that character's name is Ribbit. And I was close with my guess. I said that I think his name is Kero, which is like the Japanese word for ribbit. But one of you guys on my YouTube shorts actually pointed out that Ribbit and Jax strongly resemble Rubber Hose characters, which is like an old style of animation. And we know from Kinger and Queenie that if characters are either close to each other, or maybe come into the circus at the same time, they can have similar avatars to each other. So maybe this confirms that Jax and Ribbit came into the circus together, or were in fact very close friends. Anyways, that's all the fun details I've noticed so far. Let me know if you've noticed any more down in the comments below. Yes, I am gonna keep doing that joke. The disappearing guy joke will always be fun.